Y'all know what it is. It's the Find the Boxer game. Purchase a box for a chance at winning $500. One of 54 boxes has a missing boxer inside. Purchase your box or boxes by Cash Apping $ usual 50/50. Include your box number, name, and email address. Your box number will be confirmed and sent directly to your email. Each box is $20 with a 1 in 54 chance of winning. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Y'all know what it is. It's the usual suspect 650-50 draw. Buy your tickets now for your chance at winning half the pot. Cash App, $ usual 50/50. Tickets are on sale for $10 for one, $20 for 3 tickets, and $50 for 10 tickets. Put your desired amount, name or alias, as well as your email address, and your tickets will be set. We announce the winning ticket numbers every other Friday on Supreme Beats Boxing Talk Bullshit on the Beltway, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Remaining proceeds will go directly to the LDBC meet and greet in Las Vegas. Shout out to the LDBC, and remember,
it's a usual suspect day.
Push the weight in no flex. Flex the live is 1 in the 6. With the runner boy, you nigga, no question. You will run a motherfucker high stepping. Hey, you never had a big enough weapon. Motherfucker never learned your lesson. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I'm an 88 pack nigga. I mean, day walker, drink blood, fangs out, full moon, motherfucker change like a hoe, nigga. I'm just a nigga from the hood trying to stack a little cheddar for the money.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Lightweight. Lightweight, baby. Let's bleed, shall we? True Titan Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. We're gonna have a real conversation. I need all the all the people that are usually watching the biggest opinions in the world, but you're too cowardly to partake in an adult conversation. I need you to step forward and grow a set this morning, because this isn't the first time I've asked this question. I'm just looking to pick your brain, because I know what I look for in a fighter. All right? There's been times where I've gotten things from a fighter that I really don't like as a person. Like personally, I'm like, man, I don't like this dude. But by way of the sport of boxing, you can't deny what this person's doing. Case in point, once upon a time, there was a fighter named KK Kovalev. Y'all heard me refer to him dozens of times. Sergey KK Kovalev. Y'all know why I call him KK Kovalev. Couldn't stand him. I started hearing things about this guy. I'm like, man, no black person should be working with this dude, but they were. Right? And regardless of how I felt about him, I said, man, you know, he's on top of things, man. And until somebody beats him, what can I say? He's doing what needed to be done. And I couldn't stand him. But when you remove all of that stuff and talk boxing, once upon a time, he was at least top 1 or 2 pound for pound. Shout out to Andre Ward. Let's do this roll call. I just wanted to give you an example, because this is what the show is about. What type of fighter do you think is best for the sport of boxing? And for you to answer this question, you have to understand the sport of boxing. Todd Swindle, G. McCall, Mark Wonderly, Mark Heston, Eric Jordan, Mind of Monster Mooster, Mr. Tiptoe, Ratchet since 91, Mr. Shelton, Chilltown Majors, the Sensei Stormy B-Man, with Mel Lane, Eric Jordan, early in that Super J, he said Camp Funk with the power of the fury of the ninja sword.
Then let him taste the fury of my Nega Sword!
And started early. Main Biker, TT Fatboy, Shower, Salute Queen, Bob, Darius Gillard, Nicholas Levy, True Boxing Night, Ball Masters Football, Salute, Tony C in the building. Oh, it jumped. True Boxing Night, salute. I got you, brother. Jarrell Freeman, Caesar T-Mac, good to see you, brother. Jay Cool, good to see all of y'all. Eric H, salute. So, that's the conversation. It's a paper route, salute. So that's the conversation this morning, and I put some faces on here. This is just an example so you guys can relate to it, but there have been examples throughout the history of the sport. The difference is 90s, 80s, 70s. Stephen X, salute, good brother. Once upon a time, when fighters were in this sport, they actually were trying to be the best. It's just that some fighters had the machine of the media behind them. So they had an easier way to travel. You understand? They had an easier way. They had an easier way to go. Main event Mark, my brother, salute. We know that. Some people had the red carpet rolled out for them. We know that. Some people did not. I'll give you an example. Sugar Ray Leonard had the red carpet rolled out for him. He had the looks. He could fight. Got in there, lost to Roberto Duran. A lot of people didn't know. Let me tell you the magic of media. A lot of people didn't know that he fought Roberto Duran and lost the first time. I couldn't believe, Night Train, salute, good brother. I couldn't believe how many youngsters didn't know that. I'm like, yeah, in the rematch, they say, rematch? I said, yeah, bro, they fought 3 times. They didn't know that. I'm like, how do you have an $1,800 computer in your pocket that you talk on and be playing Candy Crush? I don't know what grown man plays Candy Crush, but whatever. I'm not judging. To me, it's a game with candy. I just affiliate that with women, but whatever. But, you could look these things up. Yeah, whatever. To be dumb nowadays is a choice. To be dumb nowadays is a choice, but whatever. I'm like, yeah, he got whooped on the first time. The second time was the infamous No Mas fight, but the second fight was so tremendous because Roberto Duran was actually a rock star. And they speak so highly of that they forgot about the first fight. Oak Park, my brother, salute. They don't really talk about it. And Roberto Duran had to dig himself out of that hole, which he did, and get back on track, which he did. But Sugar Ray Leonard had the red carpet rolled out for him. He was the quote unquote pretty boy. Sugar Ray could fight, man. He could fight. He was a pretty boy. He was the chosen one. There was literally people running around. When you ask them why you like Sugar Ray, they start talking about the Wheaties box and that smile, and they'll say several things before they get to boxing. I remember listening to that. I was a kid. That beautiful afro, that smile, those eyes, the Wheaties box, the commercials, and then they get to the No Mas fight. I'm like, wow. And as I got older, every now and again you get a fighter. It's the same thing. What happened when they shoved AJ in the industry's face? How was he marketed? Oh, look at those straight teeth. He's a handsome lad. Look at those abs, those legs. Absolute rock star. He's a manly man. beg to differ, but whatever. And then they say he sells out Wembley, which really doesn't have much to do with boxing. I said, okay, how many belts he got? 1, 2, just picked up that third. Okay, all right, there's one left. Go get it. Oh, Deontay, his legs are too skinny. He has no skill and he's too dark-skinned. They ain't say that out loud, but I know what it is. I said, okay, you said all that. Fight the man. It's 2025. Y'all remember when AJ had that interview? They said, when are you fighting Deontay? I don't care. I'll do what's best for me. I'll take the fight in the 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. I'll take the fight when I know I could win it. He literally said that. Do y'all understand those numbers I just said to you? That interview was around 2017, wasn't it? Wasn't it around like 20? It may have been, hold on. May have been 2015, 2016. But y'all remember that interview? He was sitting in the gym. And I was like, wait. He just sounded off like 5 years, man. You sounded off like 5 years. I said, whoa. Y'all could literally have this fight like next month. What are you doing? But at the end of that interview, he said, I'll take the fight when I know I could win it. These guys tell the truth when they get into a certain mental state because you can't hide from the truth. And yeah, True Boxing Night, you are right. When you're being sent emails like this was sent to BFTB. AJ has a bigger elephant trunk than Wilder, so that means he's number one. You could be the trollest of the trolls. You don't play like this, man. So when I tell you these dudes have like a weird sexual attraction towards that kid, that's what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. And I had grown men in America, Del Spoolie, what up? Grown men in America insisting that AJ was cut from the same cloth as Lennox Lewis. And I said, brother, it's not even close. It's not even close. This guy hasn't done anything remotely close to what Lennox Lewis has done. It's not even close. Why y'all putting that cape on him? Let him develop. I'm saying, no, you're saying he's not. I'm saying let's see it. We haven't seen anything. When are we going to stop putting crowns on these dudes when they haven't done anything? So when I ask you what type of fighter do you think is best for boxing, I see a lot of you guys creating something that doesn't exist or the person hasn't even proven it yet. AJ hasn't done anything. And by the way, those seat sales in Wembley, that was fake. Do y'all remember that was fake? Eddie Hearn was buying up all the tickets. And when they changed the way they did business over there, that's when Eddie brought his ass over to New York. Do y'all remember this? Or are y'all just Johnny-come-latelys? Y'all don't remember this, do you? That was why he came to MSG. And then the Andy Ruiz fight happened. See what I mean? And what did he say? All right, for all of that, I should have fought Deontay. I'd have rather lost to Deontay. Yeah, exactly. Idiot. But God don't make no mistakes because Andy needed that. He was about to get out the sport. And I'm happy for Andy Ruiz. And there were some things around that situation that I spoke on, but, people don't listen. Me and Stormy spoke on it, but y'all don't listen. It's okay. Because time reveals all truth. AJ's career could have gone a different route had he had done what he was supposed to do. AJ could have had my respect. Oh, well, Drew, he don't need your respect. Yeah, all right. Believe it or not, the way I support the sport is light years better than the fanboys that just look at this man and want to blow him. Because that's what y'all want to do. Y'all want to blow this guy. I give praise when they do the right thing. When they're showing me that they want to be the best. I will give you an E for effort. I will give you an E for effort. I totally will. Hey, look, man, he got in there, though. He got in there. He ain't win, but he got in there. This kid he swerved Deontay till right now in 2025. Swerved him. And y'all justified it, but you know what? Life crept up on him. And I want you fools to understand, we never got an undisputed champion, a black one. I'll say it one more time, a black one, when it was right there. It was right there. And y'all allowed Eddie Hearn to play with y'all. I even had American dudes over here talking about Deontay can't sell his home state. All of these things, they were listening to old media. They don't want to listen to me. Why? Because I'm black and I'm not out there with a $8,000 camera, and I have a small YouTube channel, so I don't know much. I beg to differ. I'm trying to give it to you raw and uncut. Get your mind out together. No Epstein. Eric Jordan in that Cash App. Salute, brother. He said AJ took Bukaki to the face for Miguel to save him. It's just disgusting.
Bukaki.
Right in the face. And y'all loved it. Y'all loved it. Rod Neal, salute. Shogun, salute. Y'all loved it. Eric, Andrew Gray, what up? 704 Joe, salute. Y'all loved it. Y'all took it and y'all loved it. And you want to know how I know y'all fraudulent? Y'all are fraudulent because y'all don't even talk about AJ anymore. Y'all don't even talk about him. Y'all were never fanatics. Y'all were attracted to this dude. On to the next, right? Y'all behave like women when it comes to these fighters. Y'all behave like women. Like women. Y'all behave like women. Daryl Big G, what up? Y'all see a cute guy? And then when the next cute guy come in, the other cute guy y'all were drooling over a month ago, he's old news. Y'all change like the wind. It's crazy. Lamont, what up? The UK has Daniel Dubois right there. Daniel Dubois is what you want in a champion. But I know. Look at that face right there. Look at that face. That's face only a mother could love, right? Or her father. I mean, you don't want no dark-skinned Negroes, right? You don't want no dark-skinned Negroes looking like that. You want those brown-skinned with the hairline a little more forward. You want that model look. Every time I turned around, I saw AJ on the front cover of GQ with his suit. Then I saw him with the buttons unbuttoned. You could see the abs and everything else. Blah, blah, blah. What could this brother do in the ring? That's all I was concerned about. You got grown men talking about body parts with this guy. I'm like, okay, well, never mind all of that. You can drool over him I'm not judging. A condo, my brother, what up? I'm not judging y'all for what y'all do in y'all personal time and how you get down. None of my business. None of my business. What I am asking is, what is he doing for the sport of boxing? Do you know if you do the right thing by boxing, automatically you become a good ambassador of it? All you have to do is monitor your behavior. Because some people are great at what they do and they fail outside the ring. For whatever reason. Daniel Dubois had some stumble. He had a little stumble in his career. Fractured orbital bone versus Joe Joyce. He had to quit in the ring. good thing he did, because the bone could have cut his retina. You know, you live to fight another day, and that's fine. Eric Jordan back in that Cash App. He says after that good night nap in the ring, AJ old news. Well, you know they trying to good night. They're trying to maintain him. He's just a slave being told what to do now. Frida's March, salute. He's a slave being told what to do, and the reason why I say he's a slave is because he signed a lifetime contract with Eddie Hearn. Now I don't know what the particulars behind that is, but when you say lifetime contract, what does that guarantee? Why is he not going and betting on himself? You know, AJ's a brand, right? He's a brand. Do you really need Eddie Hearn to make your money? You can't, you know, promote yourself, do things by yourself, get a bunch of fighters to fight with you. Everybody got their own promotions, right? Well, majority of people, well, not even majority, some people do. You can't do that. You can't sell a clothing line of suits, AJ clothing, or something, man. You already had the name built. Thank Eddie, shake his hand, and do your own goddamn thing. You signed a lifetime contract with him to secure some bread? This guy's a loyal buck, ain't he? Well, I ain't here to stroke anybody's ego. I only know one way to tell you, and that's the truth. Because when I walk in the door, oh, you light-skinned behaving ass Negroes, y'all be like, who that nigga on that nag? Yeah, it's Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I'm that nigga on that nag. And y'all niggas be nagging me about the same thing. All around strong, salute. It's ridiculous. You can't stand it. Y'all still blowing on AJ. Y'all got Daniel Dubois right there. After that Joe Joyce debacle, he came back and got busy. Tore up his knee on the Don King event. Remember that? Y'all wrote this young man off. I'm like, man, this kid is just moving forward, man. Nothing's bothering him. I'm like, man, you know, a lot of these kids are mentally weak now, man. I mean, I don't know how he's doing this. And then I saw an interview with his father. And then it made sense. Uh-oh. I'm about to go there. I'm about to go there. This is the part where cats get mad at me. Eric Jordan back in that Cash App. He said, the ninja sword don't make a mistake on Miguel. Y'all gonna get this work. Y'all gonna get this work.
Then let him taste the fury of my Mega Sword!
Y'all gonna get this work. Y'all not gonna. I got Miguel mad at me. I ain't gonna say why. I'm about to go there. I'm like, man, this kid is just moving forward. He gives 0 Fs. Delano, what up? He gives 0 Fs. He's walking forward. Delano, pay attention to what I'm saying. I don't care if he's a 2-time heavyweight champion. He shouldn't have lost it in the first place to Andy Ruiz. The man he signed a lifetime contract to couldn't protect him from that. And if you follow my channel, you would actually know what I'm talking about. He was a unified champion. Those were gifts to him. But he ended up with 3 belts. All he had to do was try to unify again with Deontay Wilder. He didn't do it. And Eddie Hearn, I firmly believe, was promptly punished for robbing the bank at Wembley. Those were bought tickets. He didn't sell out fast. He literally said he sells at Wembley. No one sold out like that since Michael Jackson. He sells out like Michael Jackson. People online saying that. I'm like, no. Something ain't right. Come to find out, he was buying the tickets, man. It was a marketing scheme. There was nothing organic about this dude. And once they changed do y'all remember this? There were videos about that. And they changed how they did things. The next fight he had was in New York. And he got stopped. And Eddie Hearn was punished. I told y'all the story. I'm not even going to repeat it here. I told y'all the phone call I got. It's like, yo, this nigga downstairs walking with no shoes on, sweating and shit. I was like, what's wrong with him? I don't know. It wasn't right. I was calling you. I was at work. I can't answer the phone when I'm at work. No. Delano. AJ was scared of Wilder. He still is. AJ, see, Delano, you're still fairly new. AJ was scared of Wilder. He still is. He still is. But these two black men could have fought when it meant something, undisputed. And I went from saying may the best man win to like, you're nah. You forced my hand. I'm picking a side now. This guy messed it up. And by the time we saw undisputed champion, who was it? It was Usyk, who also didn't want no smoke with Wilder. This is ridiculous. And all of these things, this dude on the right-hand side of the screen was never the truth. He had no business losing to Andy Ruiz. And then got it back in a rematch. Because Andy Ruiz had no self-discipline. He came in that damn ring 300 pounds. This guy AJ's a fraud, a complete fraud. But I would have respected him had he had gone a different route. But he was playing politics the whole time, and Eddie Hearn had the complexion for the protection. They know we're going to test some 6'5" white guy with that British accent. You Negroes are well trained. That British accent, and then you looking at AJ and you're sexually attracted, nightmare. You can't look at Dame Dubois in this picture. You don't love that. Y'all have no pride. So I'm like, why is this kid not getting the recognition? He's out here trying to do some things. Oh, God, the African features are a little too much, aren't they? And I'm like, well, why is he not paying attention to all of this negative rhetoric? And why is he not mad that the people in his own country ain't getting behind him? Why is he not rattled? He's just working. And then I saw an interview with his dad, and it registered. I said, you know what? He's cut from the cloth of his dad. 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 Does it hurt yet? Negroes? Does it hurt yet? His dad. His dad. His dad. Where's your dad? Where's your dad? Yeah, he beat Klitschko after getting dropped, and Klitschko was like 104 years old. Delano. That was not the Klitschko from the late 90s, the mid and the late 90s. And I firmly believe that both of them were juiced up in that fight. But whatever. You can go ahead and celebrate that if you want to. And guess what? I rooted for AJ in that fight. Uh-oh. When he got dropped, I said, no, get up! You got work to do! And he got up and beat on Vladimir. It's a fun fight to watch. How you go from almost losing to Klitschko to being scared of a guy that can't box with skinny legs from Alabama with only one punch? He was supposed to go get that WBC strap. He never did it. And I can't believe that Negroes did not hold him accountable to that. And that's what makes you guys disgusting. Disgusting. And when AJ got in that ring and said, if Wilder doesn't yield to our demands, we'll freeze him out. When he said that term, freeze him out, let me talk to Delano for a minute since you want my attention. Mr. J Dub in that super chat, much love and appreciation. Delano, that term freeze out, does it bother you? Don't help him, y'all. Do not help him. Because I'm telling you right now, when he said that, that's when I shut him off. That right there, when he said, we'll freeze him out. You have any idea what that term means, Delano? Because you're in here talking. You're trying to talk him up. So now I'm going to give you attention. You should just let me go. I'm making a point. You should just let me cook. I'm making a point. Now you're on Front Street. That term, freeze out, what does that mean to you? Don't take too long to type. I'm telling you about AJ. You come in here and say, oh, well, he's a 2-time champion. So what? That means nothing. It really doesn't. As opposed to what he was supposed to do. Means nothing. Then you say he beat Klitschko. So what? Vladimir Klitschko's my age. We're old, man. He also almost lost that fight. So that term, freeze out, Delano, what does it mean to you? Please don't take all day. I'm working here. Freeze out. And if you watch me like you do, why do you think I went bonkers when he said that? Freeze out. Freeze out. That's what we doing? It was at that moment he lost me as a supporter. Right there. Freeze out. He don't even know what that means. But I know who told him to say that. The man he signed a lifetime contract to. Who's that nigga on that nag? All right, Delano, you're not commenting. Please don't try and sound smart. This is not the time for you to get on a horse, get on your high horse and just try and talk to the professor. You don't know what you're talking about. Just listen at this point. Delano, I need you to stop talking. I'm not even going to read. Chief Wildfire, salute. I'm not even going to address your comment, bro. You're trying to sound smart and walk me around the block. You're not doing that this morning. If you can't participate in the conversation, if you can't follow what I'm doing, I need you to be quiet. That comment that you said right there, no. I asked you a direct question, and you didn't answer. That term, freeze out. Got a problem with that. And I've been very clear about why, because a lot of you young cats don't know why that's a problem. That is blasphemous, especially two black fighters shouldn't be saying that or doing that to one another. Which is why I got a problem with your boy Tank. We're gonna get to him. But let me clean up on AJ real quick. And y'all ain't gotta block Delano. Y'all ain't gotta block him. Did y'all time him out? Don't time him out. Don't time him out. Don't do that. Don't time him out. The Black Murderers Row were a group of black fighters in one Boricua that was frozen out of opportunity, and they had to fight amongst each other 1 billion times. Look it up. And I ain't got time to give you a whole education, a whole history about it. Go to Stormy B-Man's channel. Go to Scrapbook Boxing's channel. There's a history with this, I'm trying not to cuss. There's a history with this thing. And a lot of you young cats don't know and understand. In order to understand how you got here, you got to understand where you came from. This is why I get so frustrated. This is why I look at you Tank fans and like, yo, y'all are just nuts. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about. Y'all don't know why y'all saying the things you're saying. Y'all don't understand that y'all making things worse. And what Anthony Joshua did was blasphemous. He wasn't supposed to do that. And he fell on his own damn sword. And he's another guy that I'm mad with because once upon a time I was supporting this clown. And he made those same damn mistakes because he's uneducated. Instead of getting educated about the history of the sport and understanding that he had control over everything that happened, he chose to let Eddie Hearn dictate his career. And look where it got him. Is he a millionaire? Yes. He's a Hall of Fame fighter? No, he's not. And when he hangs it up, no one's going to be talking about him. He'll be mentioned, but not as one of the GOATs. Deontay Wilder's going to be mentioned because of all of the effort he tried to put in. His story is more intriguing. He's not a marketing scheme. And with the limited skill set he had, the late blooming in boxing, he achieved all of this. He wasn't supposed to even happen. And when y'all blowing AJ over there, whatever it is y'all doing, you got Daniel Dubois over there, a real fighter trying to accomplish things. Y'all not even looking at him. Y'all still telling me that the next biggest fight in the UK is AJ versus Tyson Fury? And this is after AJ got flatlined by Daniel Dubois? Flatlined. There was no part of that fight that AJ was winning. None. Zero. It wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. That is the second ass whooping in a fight that we thought was actually going to be better than what it was. The first one was Errol and Bud. It wasn't even close. This one with AJ and Dubois, it wasn't even close. It wasn't even close. And y'all know I fucks with Errol heavy. It's man down all day. But it wasn't even close. I'm just telling you what happened. And one thing, none of you AJ fans or Tank fans, y'all not going to call me a lie. You don't have to like what I have to say if you're fans of Tank or AJ or whoever. Tell me when I lied on the guy. Tell me. I don't have to. Understand we never got undisputed because AJ didn't take the bull by the horns and throw a set and get it done. Deontay Wilder said, I'll give you everything. And this dude still said no. Later on, when Turkey Al-Sheikh gets involved, the fight was right there. AJ said no. I'm giving you inside information. Tay Jones called me as soon as they landed. He told me about a situation when they were at the airport. He said, dude won't even look over here. And y'all still lying. Oh, well, Deontay lost to Parker. That's why the fight had happened. That wasn't the deal. That wasn't the deal. There was nothing in place that said, oh, they both have to win to fight each other. That wasn't the deal. That event happened, and they're fighting each other. Deontay lost to Parker. AJ beat Otto Wallin, and he went in another direction. You gonna tell me that he ain't doing it because Deontay lost? Well, question. Why are you fighting Tyson Fury? The battle of the losers? Why? Because it makes money? Oh, chase the bread, not legacy. Tyson Fury gonna get mad and retire because he lost. Oh, let's do this. He lost 3 in a row. Drew, what are you talking about? He beat what's his name? Having a brain fart this morning. Francis Ngannou. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. If he beat Francis Ngannou, then Deontay Wilder beat Tyson Fury in the first fight. Now, take that. Shut up. Take that. Take that. So he lost to Ngannou and he lost to Usyk 2 times. But there's still popular demand for him versus AJ in Wembley. Those are those cats trying to make bread off of you. And like a dope, y'all gonna pay for it. AJ was not as advertised. Period. He was not as advertised. And that's it. AJ getting there and fight Francis Ngannou and did what he was supposed to do. What you saw in Saudi with Tyson Fury was a non-drugged up, I guess you can call him an athlete. The reason why his ass was so fat and not as chiseled as he's used to being in Saudi was because he can't get to that weight. He can't get to that level of vascular because he's been on drugs. Bottom line. And he was a clean fighter for the first time in God knows how long. And Usyk whooped on him, and Francis Ngannou whooped on him. Ngannou gets in the ring with a real heavyweight boxer, which is Anthony Joshua, and he got slept. So y'all didn't look at that and say, wait a minute. AJ did what he was. Yo, he beat him with a feint. He beat him with boxing 101. Any boxer should have done that to Francis Ngannou. And you're looking at that like, what the hell? How come Tyson Fury went life or death, got dropped? Because Tyson Fury's not that good. And he's a drug addict. That's what happened. Duh. Wake up. Told you. And now they're trying to tell you Fury versus AJ? You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Get out of here, man. But you see on this AJ rant I just did? Meanwhile, you guys in the UK got Daniel Dubois, who's a gem, an absolute gem. And y'all still talking about AJ versus Fury, man. Y'all ought to be ashamed of yourselves. Not 86 in that super chat, much love. He said, salute June, salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute to you, brother. So I saw this interview with Daniel Dubois' father, and then everything made sense. Everything made sense. Oh yeah, Chief, when that fight gets closer, I'm going to discuss that. And I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to put it out there. Village Brothers, salute. You see, Daniel Dubois comes from good stock. He comes from excellent stock. Almighty Law, salute. Vance McComb, salute. If I miss you in the chat, know that I love you. Daniel Dubois is a man's man. Losing is not only a part of boxing, it's a part of life. You're not going to win everything. What matters is the effort. What matters is you showing up. And if you can honestly say, I've given it 110%, and I acted within the guidelines of the rules. I didn't cut no corners. And if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. But you hold your head high. And you come back and you get it right. Sometimes you can have it right, it just don't work out. But I know y'all wrote this brother off after the Joe Joyce. Y'all hold things over his head. He came back, had another stumble, went to Poland in the middle of that Ukrainian war. And I don't care what anyone says. I don't think he'll say this out loud, but I think he was thinking self-preservation. I beat this dude over here. I got to worry about me and my family, my team getting out this country with my black ass. And not to mention, I think he beat Usyk. He got robbed. Beat him with a body shot. And he said he wants to run it back with Usyk. And I'm picking Daniel Dubois. How could you not like this kid? And the fact that he's not getting more shine, the fact that I don't have these wild ass, well, you know what? I'm glad he don't have these wild ass American fans backing him, because there's a lot of broken wrist out here. Shout out to Miguel with your booty clapping, Nasty.
¡Ay, Miguel! ¡Miguel!
Because you're disgusting. Because if it was like that, as soon as Danny Dubois comes to America and get off the plane, he'd be screaming,
Get your hand off my penis!
like 2 seconds, he just landed in JFK. Wait, what's going on here?
Get your hand off my penis!
Wait, what's going on? I'm just trying to do an interview. What's going on?
Get your hand off my penis!
So I'm glad that y'all not on Danny Dubois like that. He don't need that. I mean, you broken wrist black out when you see something you like. Dubois be trying to get into the cab and you just black out. And you know, like in the movies where the character like sees someone say something that they didn't really say, the screen get all fuzzy. All Dubois said was, "Good morning," and all they hear is,
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
"You're disgusting." Audacity Podcast, salute. ES, salute. You fanatics are disgusting. Because when I get on here and I try to talk boxing, I find myself in the middle of a conversation with dudes that are sexually attracted to these men. So when I ask you, what type of fighter do you think is best for boxing? Is it Anthony Joshua or Daniel freaking Dubois? No tricks, just pure work. No marketing scheme, just pure work. I don't have to tell you I'm the best, just let me show you. He wants that get back with Usyk. AJ had he ran it back with Usyk and had a meltdown at the end of that fight. He's throwing belts out the ring, grabbing the mic. Y'all saw it. I'm coming for those belts, boy. Remember that? I'm like, oh boy, it ain't gonna work out. And it didn't. You got Daniel Dubois leading the charge in the UK, and y'all talking about AJ and Fury. Why? Daniel Dubois is that dude, man. He's that dude. Y'all picked Hrgovic against him. He said, hold my salsa water, because I know the brother don't drink. And steamrolled Hrgovic. Steamrolled him. What happened to he ain't got no chin? What happened to he's injury prone? What happened to he ain't got no heart? He said, watch this. Steamrolled him. Then got in there with Big Baby. Oh, he gonna quit. He gonna quit. Big Baby's gonna walk him down. He gonna quit. I said, I don't think so. He said something funny at the press, and I did a short video on it. I was just being funny. I was just joking. But I didn't pick Big Baby to win that fight. I said, nah, he's not in fighting shape yet. And he gets hit way too much, and Daniel's gonna hit him. So I didn't pick Big Baby to win that fight. I just didn't do it. And I was right. Ain't no shade. I was right. I had to pick a winner, right? And there it was. And if he runs it back with Usyk, he's going to beat Usyk, bro. He's going to beat him. That's my stance. It's boxing. I could be wrong. But I think he's going to beat him because I think he beat him the first time. He got robbed. Now this fight ain't in no goddamn Poland or anywhere else. It's going to be on a Riyadh season card where we'll get a nice organic outcome. Salute to Daniel Dubois. What type of fighter do you think is best for boxing? Anthony Joshua with all that behavior or Daniel Dubois? I don't think it's even close. So now let's go to our brother Devin Haney. Let me ask the haters now. Okay, Haney haters. Now's the time you're not gonna get timed out. If y'all see people you don't recognize, leave them. Let them talk. Let them talk until I tell you to clap them. And I'm gonna ask you to be respectful. Listen to the question. Is Devin Haney good for boxing? I say yes. Hold on 1 second. How dare someone call me? Unbelievable. KG, what up? Where the Tank fans at? I know y'all here. It says there's 118 people here. And I got both channels up. But y'all scared to talk now? I'm talking about your favorite fighter, the one you love to hate. Okay, G, I know it's a broad question, and I worded it like that on purpose. Is Devin Haney good for boxing? Go ahead. I want y'all to say something. I want the smoke this morning. Because y'all need to be real careful, because you see who's in black and white behind him. Y'all already know what I'm going to do. What, y'all gonna wait till BFTV go live? Y'all got a few hours. Y'all can sneak one in right here. Go on and talk about lawsuits. Go on and talk about how you don't sue in boxing. Go ahead. I dare you. Go ahead. Do it. Go on and pull a Quentin Coon rampage. Coon Jackson. Go ahead, do that. You don't sue in combat sports. Go ahead, do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. You remember Starsky and Hutch? Do it. Do it. You can get with this, so you can get with that. What type of fighter is best for boxing? Jackie said Daniel Dubois ducked Joseph Parker. Don't care. Joseph Parker ducked AJ, and before they actually fought, he ducked AJ and ducked Deontay Wilder when it mattered, when they both had belts. He was hiding in the bushes waiting for them to fight it out. And I'm off that Daniel Dubois. Now, Daniel Dubois is great for boxing. And instead of still sucking off the lip penis of AJ, y'all should be backing this brother. Because he's waving that Union Jack high and proudly. I don't understand why y'all not backing this young man. Or do I? Trip to go. Salute to you, brother. Thank you very much. And shout out to Jason Black for letting me come on his show. Thank you, Trip to God. Yeah, Dubois has a redemption story, and he's on a mission right now. All of the UK should be singing this man's praises, man. Y'all got mad when he flatlined Anthony Joshua. There was no part of that fight that AJ won. He lost every damn round. And the round where he had a little bit of success was the round he got slapped. Start breakdancing and shit. Breaking to electric boogaloo looking ass. But now we're talking about Devin Haney. This is your favorite conversation right here. Well, let me help y'all out. Because, Copper, what up? Let me help y'all out. Jackie just made that page this morning. Oh, okay. There it is. You're all right. Well, there it is. See what I mean? They can't come in here on their real account, so they make a new one just to come in here and try and type. And if they can't type, that means they're blocked for real. All right, so now, Devin Haney is the best thing for boxing. 503 line in the building, salute. Salute to the usual suspect 6. Devin Haney wants smoke in all directions. Now, did he get it? Nah, Trip, I disagree. Devin Haney don't need to embrace being a bad guy because he's not a bad guy. He's not. Why is it that he has to embrace being the bad guy? Rough Heart salute. Why does he have to embrace that? Shemaine, what up? Why does he have to embrace that? I only see black fighters dealing with this. They're not even trying to be the villain. Meanwhile, they're the goddamn villain. Why? Why? Why does he have to do that? I understand Floyd Mayweather. I understand what he was doing. Why does he have to do that? Is he throwing money at the screen? Is he slick talking? No. So why does he have to embrace being, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Why does he have to do that? I mean, y'all don't like him. He's light-skinned too, right? Oh, I'm sorry, the nose is too big, right? That's what it is. He got that king's nose from Africa, right? Why does he have to be the bad guy? Why is it that stigma is put on only black fighters? When it's a Latin fighter behaving like that, they make it like Ricardo Mayorga. He let you know this is what I'm trying to do. Why is that coat put on him? Interesting. But when it's the real villain, when I'm watching what some of these guys do outside the ring, and when I look at what they could be doing in the ring and they're not doing it, that's the goddamn villain. No one shines a light on that. It's like y'all trying to hide that. Now look at Tank's picture. What type of fighter do you think is best for boxing? Please tell me. You already know where I'm going. You already know. I'm questioning the lack of integrity of these new fight fans. The lack of integrity. And before you meatheads go there, you see Devin's picture here. You don't see Bill's picture up here. So Bill shouldn't even bother you. Bill's not the fighter. Devin is. And if Bill aggravates you so much, I don't know why, do you follow him on social media? What? You watch his interviews? What? Turn it off. Focus on what Devin does in the ring. You hate Bill. All of you niggas that hate Bill, I've never seen, a lot of you cats, never seen you cats have that same energy towards Eddie Hearn. And I just told you what Eddie Hearn did. First 30 minutes of the show, I just told you what he did with Anthony Joshua. He was a mastermind behind all of that, and because of him, we don't have an undisputed champion. Oh, we had one now, when it was between Fury and Usyk. It could have been between Deontay or AJ, and he prevented that. And brought him to America and got him beat. He wanted to play all kinds of games with the seats. He was playing musical chairs at Wembley and telling you that this kid was a huge market while hiding him from talent. And by the way, one of the people he boxed out and froze out was King Kong Ortiz. You thought I forgot? You thought I forgot? Did you forget? He froze out Ortiz. He signed him to shelve him. Talk about that. Ortiz was AJ's responsibility. Deontay had to come in and fight him twice. AJ ain't fight him once. You can't explain that. You can't justify that. Bill hasn't done anything remotely close to what Bob Arum has done, Frank Warren, Eddie Hearn, Lou DiBella. He hasn't done anything remotely close. But the majority of the people I see hating on DHP look like me, boss. Bronx on deck, Clarence McLean, salute. Nah, Delano, I ain't worried about no fucking Gabe Rosado. He just running his mouth. He's so down bad that when they put him in a Creed, he wasn't even playing a Latin. He was playing an Italian kid. I said, that's Gabe Rosado. He's Italian in this movie? Oh, that's interesting. He couldn't be Puerto Rican? That's interesting. You want to get on here talking about this on site for what? Nigga, ain't no one checking for you. Man, go sit your ass down somewhere. When I see you with somebody, shut up. Fuck out of here. You ain't gonna do shit, man. You ain't gonna do shit but either get beat down or arrested. Or both. Niggas get so upset with black excellence, they really show their hand. He has a right to stick up for his career. He has a right to defend himself. And I'm talking about Devin. He has a right. I've never seen this, or have I? This kid was done a disservice, and he's the villain? How? And when I see a bunch of knuckle draggers standing in the pocket for this, what? No code. So when I ask the question, what do you think is best for boxing? And I put Devin's face up here. I know y'all niggas gonna pull up. I know that. But answer the question though. Is Devin Haney's path what's best for boxing? I say yes. I dare anyone. I know y'all watching. Go ahead and tell me no. Tell me it's not. I dare you. I dare you. I dare you. Because all I've seen is him trying to pursue the best fights in his division. 135, 140. Now he's going up to 147. He's trying to get all the smoke. And what do? You make him the goddamn villain. Whole time, the real villain's right in front of you. You know, the illest trick that Satan never did was convincing you niggas that he didn't exist. You heard me. Now look at the nigga I have behind him depicted in gray. Look at him. Did he give you the best fights, or he gave you fights with the best outcome that you like to see? Now ask yourself, was that the best competition he could have fought at that time that he fought him? Ask yourself that. Do the research. Do the research. It's a farce. I talk about this all the time. And every time I say it, you can call me a hater, but call me wrong. I read an article to y'all, and I should have saved the damn article, but I read it on my live last year. Somebody wrote on Boxing Scene, in order for Devin Haney to reach the upper echelon of legendary fights of more popular fighters, here's what he needs to do. And the list of fighters that this asshole put up was ridiculous. He said Tank Davis. He said Shakur. Then he said Boots. And this is before Devin Haney went to 140. He said Boots. I said, excuse me? And Boots ain't even a goddamn rock star yet. Then he said David Benavidez. I said, does he mean Jose or what? Then they said Canelo. Do y'all remember that? I said, wait, whoa, they got him in there with people from 135 to goddamn 175. And I'm like, who's writing this stuff? And the uneducated fans looking for things negative to suit their agenda, someone will read that and then come into my fucking chat and regurgitate what they read, and what they read is bullshit from what is become known as old media, which is why old media does not like us. I'm not on anyone's payroll. I don't even freelance for these people. I'm on here at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and I'm giving you my opinion based off of what? The goddamn facts. but somebody will go to a credible scene, a credible site, and read that, and then come over here and be like, no, he's supposed to fight David Benavidez. I'm like, do you understand what you're saying? And then they'll try and sound smart, saying, oh, well, Devin rehydrates 50 pounds every fight. He does? Like how Tank Davis rehydrated 25 pounds or 20 pounds when he fought Leo Santa Snooze, when he slept him, punched him out of his I know he had on boxing sneakers. When he woke up, them shits was off his feet. I got the picture. I said, man, does he even remember them taking this? How you knock someone out and you're on the floor smiling? He knocked him straight into a wet dream. It was crazy. I thought he killed him. Then I find out, man, he rehydrated 20 pounds heavier than him. Oh, man. But I know Devin Haney's the weight bully. Man, Regis Prograis still in his feelings. No, you had it right the first time. Man, dog, you just better than I thought. Yeah, exactly. That's what it was. He knocked you on your ass in round 2. He almost stopped you in round 10. He beat your ass, dude. That's all. There was no weight situation, dude. When has Devin missed weight? Talk about that. Then you had people talking about, oh, well, according to California State Athletic Commission rules, Devin's been breaking the rules for a long time. Name one time that he broke the rules. The California State Athletic Commission agreed to do something about these bugged out rehydrations in these fights. They were really talking about what? Mixed martial arts, MMA. A fight could be sanctioned at 175, and then on fight night, one fighter comes in at 180, the other guy comes in at 210. That's too much. And they said only a handful of boxers do that. So the commission agreed to do something about it, but guess what? They never did it. And even if they said, okay, as of right now, we're doing something. Prior to that, there was no rule in place. So you can't, what are you going to do? RICO law, a rehydration clause? You're going to RICO law fighters off of that? Oh, we're putting a weight clause. You can't be no more than 10 pounds over the contracted weight. And Devin, back in, 2023, you rehydrated 11 pounds. So we got to suspend you for that. What? You're going to RICO law rehydration from 3 years ago? In other words, y'all, you really need to watch who you listen to. In old media, on these big websites, even right here on YouTube. Because remember, when that information came out, when people said, oh, man, he was breaking the rules for a long time, I pulled up the article and I read it to y'all. To the point where they said, we agree, rehydration is a problem in combat sports. And it was really talking about MMA. Only a handful of boxers, they had an issue with in California. And then they said, yes, we're going to do something about it. And I asked y'all, did they do anything about it? Where's the rule? There wasn't, and there's not one right now. So what do you mean he's been breaking the rules? Anything to discredit this brother. But meanwhile, Tank Davis came in 20 pounds heavier on fight night versus Leo Santa Cruz. Y'all said nothing. Tank Davis is behaving like an asshole outside the ring. But the moment Devin had a little trouble outside the ring, what did y'all say? He's trying to be like Tank, as if being like Tank was a good thing. Did y'all hear what I said? And when I saw that crazy ass white boy talking about, I think that Devin Haney's trying to be like Tank. Y'all see what y'all did? Y'all let that white boy say that? Hold on. Tank has gotten into trouble several times outside the ring. That's not nothing to celebrate. Several times. Leaving the scene of car accidents. Baby mama trying to assassinate him. Snatching a girl out of a basketball game. All of that stuff. Devin has a little situation that was beyond his control? Because, by the way, those situations I mentioned with Tank was within his control. He had a situation, Devin had a situation that was beyond his control. And it was thrown out, by the way. Y'all were really quick to run over to my channel. Oh, look at this, look at this, look at that. I was like, okay. Yeah, case dismissed. Look at that. All of a sudden, you haters and detractors vanished. Y'all live to see your brother's downfall, but y'all celebrate everything that Tank does. Tank crashed into a car, and one of the victims in the car was a pregnant woman, and he left the scene of the crime because that was a crime. And when I looked at the Tank fans and said, your thoughts, y'all response, real nigga activity. Yo, man, you see what he's going through with his baby mama? Yo, real nigga activity, real shit. Yo, why he snatched that girl out the basketball game like that? Yo, yeah, Tank from the streets, he hood. Devin gets pulled over with and there was a firearm found in the car. And I told y'all, the vehicle was in his name. When no one claimed it, they said, all right, well, your car, your gun. And I knew it was going to get thrown out. I know how those things work. But y'all had a good, week of trying to drag Devin. But I found it interesting. A lot of y'all was saying, he's trying to be like Tank, as if what Tank is doing is to be celebrated. You niggas revealed yourself. You celebrate ignorance. And when the case got thrown out, I said, well, we don't want to celebrate that? You know why? Because your breath smells like bananas.
Yeah, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Yeah, man, come on! Get your hand off my face!
Now, all you cats that feet look like your hands, I know y'all jump up and y'all wait for me to play that every morning. I don't want to disappoint you. McGillis, Monkeyans, you Saiyans looking at the moon. Clown ass dudes. Awfully quiet this morning. Awfully quiet this morning. They're trying to tear Devin down, but there's no need for it. Because I'm looking at the work he's putting in. What is he trying to do? And I looked at everything he's trying to do. And while I defended everything he tried to do and is still trying to do, all y'all do is hope he fails. And that's the similarities between him and Daniel Dubois. Daniel Dubois flatlined Anthony Joshua. And I'm reading some things where people like that. Y'all didn't like that. Y'all hate Daniel Dubois for doing, I don't know, his fucking job. I've also seen people attack his looks. This is boxing, man. Was Larry Holmes a looker? How about this? I don't care. I don't care. Speed Demon, salute. I don't care. I'm looking at what they're doing. Name me one thing wrong. I'm talking to the Tank fans. Name me one thing wrong that Devin did in his boxing career. Everything that he was doing and trying to do. And when it didn't get done, it had nothing to do with him. I put the crown on this yellow dude back here with all the tattoos on his neck. Hey, Jackie, Danny Dubois is ugly? I'm not checking to see whether a man's good looking or not. This is boxing. And that is a feminine statement right there. He's ugly. They're going to say what's on their mind. You know what I'm going to say on my mind? Jackie, watch this. Daniel's ugly to you? Okay, cool. This nigga gay. That's the champion you prefer right there? This nigga right here? Look at this. Not my son. Go ahead, look at that. Look at that. You want your daughter bringing this dude home? And he on the phone with your daughter like that? No. He not on the phone with your daughter. He on the phone with his boo thing. Because every time I see this dude, he got his shirt off and he on a yacht with a bunch of dudes. I don't care if he got a son. That was an accident. That was a result of a drunk night. You don't know. Yeah, you don't see anything wrong. And this, you see that? Look at this, y'all. This will be the chick that'll be on a talk show talking about, I didn't know he was gay. What's her name that did how Stella got her groove back? I tell this story all the time. When you found out that dude that tore her back out in Jamaica because she was feeling old and disgusting, he blew her back out, flew him back to America, fame, fortune, everything. Ding dong, guess what? He was gay. And oh, he fooled me. Oh, he fooled me. Man, that dude walked out on that stage on the Oprah Winfrey show, and all the dudes, I was like, hold on. He was like this when you met him? How do you not know? You know why? Because women think sexual gratification. You're a guy, bro? Wait, hold on. Is that your picture? Stop the show. 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 Stop. Is that your picture? Is that your picture? Looking like a character from Dune. Is that your picture, man? Answer the question. Is that your picture? You know, Jackie could be a male name, you know, Jackie Gleason, right? Honeymooners. I knew a dude named Jackie. Nah, but he's a model I adore and I know. Hey, bro, I'm gonna ask you a question, bro. Bruv. You gay? Be honest. Be honest so I can move forward. Because if you gay, then this all makes sense. And I'm not hating on nobody. If you're a homosexual, that's fine. But if you're honest with me and you're honest with yourself, then your justification for Anthony Joshua not only makes sense, but it proves my point. I think you're lying. But okay. We'll move forward. Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, right? We'll move forward. Don't block them. Leave them right there. It's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Godfather.
Yeah. You can't make this shit up, people. You cannot make this shit up.
Oh boy. All right. Alrighty then. Terrific. Moving along. Anyway, here we go. Anthony Joshua, exactly, running a door. Let me highlight that. Yo. Listen. I need you guys, Mr. Shelton. Could you please screenshot this and send it to me, bro? Anthony Joshua is not a model. He is a boxer, God damn it. Jackie said, nah, but he's a model I adore, and I know. So you know Anthony Johnson, what Reggie Miller called him when he came to the States. Here's what you do. Get Anthony Johnson to bring his ass to the Strong House. Well, not his ass, bring his whole body. I have questions. You see, Eddie Hearn won't even allow this dude to talk to a dude like me. I got real questions. I got questions about his career. I got questions about that contract. I got questions about his blackness. Bill Haney gives access. Deontay Wilder gives access. Never seen or heard AJ on any YouTube channel. So if you know him and adore him, right? You don't know him, but you've seen him. You know what you remind me of, Jackie? You remind me of Tank fans. I told you guys they are one and the same. You don't know him personally, but you've seen him. And I get Tank fans that come through here and talk all passionate about the dude. I'm like, well, damn, do you even know the dude? No, but I've seen him a million times. Okay. I've seen airplanes a million times. I don't know how to fly them. You sound just like a Tank fan. Don't know him personally, but you've seen him. A lot of people have seen him. I sat next to Denzel Washington on a park bench. Didn't even know I was sitting next to him. It's a nice spring day, about maybe 71 degrees, west side of Manhattan. Sitting on the bench, I was on the phone with my wife. I got off the phone. I'm just enjoying the weather. And he was on the phone with a baseball cap. When I got up off the bench, and he just friendly looked at the person and say, oh, have a good day. He just looked, he said, oh, have a good day. I said, oh, I did a double take. And he just smiled, and I dapped it up with him, and I left. I didn't even know. I was sitting next to him for like 30 minutes. I live in New York. That happens. Denzel Washington. I don't know him, but I've seen him. I've seen him. Some of you guys have an unconditional love and a fascination with these men that they could do no wrong. Now, I've been up here talking about everything that this kid did wrong, where he could have done right. And this dude, Jackie, says he adores him. I've been talking about everything that this dude done wrong in boxing. And this is what he says. He's a model, not a fighter, a model. Oh my God. Exhibit A, B, C, D. Jesus Christ. The brother said adore. Adore. Y'all are seeing this. Y'all are seeing. And he says he's a straight male. You see where the confusion comes in? You see this? I don't know this dude. Never seen him before. You see what I mean? Y'all remember Houdini in the 80s? The freaks come out at night. The freaks come out at night. I'm gonna get that soundbite. See what I mean? Now y'all might be wondering why I got Keyshawn Davis popping up back there. Because don't look now. He literally burst onto the scene. He had his little trouble with the weed thing or whatever. But when I asked what type of fighter do you think is best for boxing, mind you, Jackie has said everything in defense of AJ, but I said, what type of fighter do you think is best for boxing? He hasn't said anything remotely close to boxing. You see what I mean? It's always something else. Was I lying about that? Absolutely not. It's the same thing with Tank fans, the same shit. Oh, he from the gutter. He got it out the mud. He from the trenches. I'm from the trenches. I'm like, blah, 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 blah. Where's the Loma fight? Oh, we ducked him. Well, what about 5 years ago? Yo, what about Shakur? The, unifications, right there next to each other. What happened? Okay. All right. Cambosis, Teofimo, Devin Haney, right. But Hector Garcia, though, right? Oh, you fights his mandatories. Okay. All right. We're going to go there. Okay, fine. It's fine, man. It's fine. But Keyshawn Davis, I'm looking at what he's doing. Am I the biggest fan of his? Like, things that he said, no. But you know what? You know what? I'm looking at what he's attempting to do in his body of work. So at the end of the day, I don't have to like anything he says. I just hope he don't get any more trouble out the ring. And I hope he understands that weed thing, that no contest he has on his record for marijuana. I hope he looks at that and says, A, I'm not going to do that shit again. And B, I understand what I'm dealing with because Ryan Garcia was running around smoking weed and no one said anything. Even if he didn't pop for it, no one said anything. The fact that he was doing that. What kind of example is he setting? No, because he's not held to that standard. Look what they tried to do to the queen, the GOAT, Clarissa Shields. They tried to drag her. They tried. They really did. They can't beat that woman in the ring. They tried to get something on her, and that failed. And I hope she get right. There's some things I'm watching that, I would like to see her get away from, but that's something else. We are judged by a different set of rules from our contemporaries that are not black. You understand? We're held to a different standard. Danny Dubois is on an absolute tear right now. If he can't get the rematch with Usyk, I don't know. I'd like to see him in there with Adjit Cabiel. Adjit Cabiel's doing things. He's getting things done. Yeah, King Rinkus not. And what they tried to do, what they did do to Keyshawn, and what they tried to do to Clarissa Shields is criminal. Whole time while Ryan Garcia is having racist meltdowns and smoking a blunt on stage, even if it wasn't a real blunt. What's the message he's putting out? The kid popped dirty on 5 different tests, and they just ignore all of that. And I'm making these points, and no one but us is coming to Devin Haney's defense. Not even another black man in Tank Davis, bro. And Keyshawn he's no saint in that shit either. He's not. But you know what he is doing? he's getting busy, man. He's getting busy. He's reaching out to fighters. I want this fight. I want that fight. He's a businessman, but he's trying to get business done. He's doing what Tank not even bothering to do. What they're going to do? Blame Leonard Ellaby and Floyd Mayweather? You're going to do that? Yeah, I know Mr. Shelton. I know Mr. Shelton. I know that clown made that account today. But you notice he has nothing to say. He might say something now that I've mentioned, Jackie. But, you know, what he didn't know was how I was going to handle that situation. And he didn't help his argument. He actually proved my point. What type of fighter, I didn't say model, I said fighter, do you think is best for boxing? And he goes on talking about how AJ is a model that he adores. And you know, that was an unprovoked statement. It was unprovoked. He said what was in his heart. Hold on a second, y'all. Yeah, I gotta bust a move, y'all. I gotta bust a move. Salute to everybody in the Venmo, the Cash App, the Super Chat. Much love and appreciation to everybody. I'm gonna try and do pep talk tonight. Don't miss me and Stormy on Nerds on Culture. It's gonna be a nice, fun topic, man. I gotta get out of here. Drew Titan, Bronx on deck. Shout out to the mighty LDBC. I think the general's on. Let's head over there. Bronx on deck.
Move!
Why are you gay?
Who says I'm gay?
You are gay.